I am Shirish Avdhani. I am not doctor. I was a teacher, science teacher, and I happened to visit library 2 years ago, and I was surprised by the huge collection and the variety it caters. And because I was a biology teacher, I was fascinated by the books on particular subject and so many books on one subject. And I had an opportunity to come here twice before, and I enjoyed with the audience here. I personally suffer from many diseases. Because of the diabetes, large number of other diseases enter into the body, secondaries. I am suffering from that. So while helping me to survive, because last year I went to Europe alone with the haversack, and it was very difficult for me to move in the Alps and all that. So I had to prepare myself physically. All the preparation I did, I talked here. Now again this year in July, I am going to US to my students. Again it requires a good health. To maintain the good health, I came here in the library and read a lot of books. Now because of diabetes, I know what happens, particularly cardiovascular system is affected. And cardiovascular system affects the brain, heart, kidneys, liver, foot, etc. And these all organs are required to travel well. So to keep my all organs in order, I had to exercise. And all that I did, I am going to share with you. Now aging, the topic is aging well. You all know very well, our life is the distance between the birth and the death. These are the 2 points. And the years given to us by our destiny, we call it as a life. But biologically, birth is a growth, the life is a growth, death is a growth. We know very well, after the death the body disintegrates. Again it turns into smaller elements. Again these elements come together and the new body is formed elsewhere. In quantum theory, in the whole universe is made up of energy. Some energy comes together quickly, a life is born. Again it dissociates, the life is born somewhere else. So there is a continuity here. So because it ends everything, we are afraid of death. And everybody, when the topic of death comes, is afraid and shirks from discussing about it. But let us talk in details about it. Because one day or other, we are going to meet it. So we should meet it happily. And for that the knowledge is required. Little knowledge I have, I want to share with you. A place in the Caucasus mountain and in the Pakistan occupied Hunza, the lives of the people are studied here in length, clinically and medically. And it is found that the people there live more than 100 years. Why and how they live more than 100 years? When it was studied, it was found that these people eat less meat, less protein food, less sugar, and more vegetables and more fruit. These people like serenity, they live stress-free life, they live life in silence, and they work very hard from morning to evening, sunrise to sunset. These are the simple principles and they follow in their life, and they live up to 100 years. This is the ideal. Mahatma Gandhi had told that I will live 125 years. If he was not killed, he would have lived 125 years. Biologically, it is a fact that our muscle cells, all other cells, have a life more than 100 years. If the life of cells of the body is more than 100 years, why do we die earlier? Because one or the other, or multiple, one or the other organ fails and we die. If organ fails, why it fails? Let us understand that body is made up of organs, organs are made up of cells, tissues are made up of cells. Our whole body is made up of millions of cells. When we are born, we like to take the child, we like to touch the child, take the child, because, now you will understand, because the cells in the body of the child is more with the water and less with the organic material. If you touch the body of the child, it is so soft. This is because the cells of the child have more water and less organic matter. As the life proceeds, we are involved in the lot of intricacies of the life, hatred, losses, disappointments, depressions, theft, no profit, etc., etc. Because of every occurrence, there is a stress. Every time there is a stress, 1,500 chemicals are quickly flushed into the body. They are not metabolized, they are not eliminated. Some of them are eliminated as a fecal matter, some as urine, some as carbon dioxide. But many chemicals remain in the body. Now what to do with these chemicals? Then the body tries to, as there is a dust in our house. So when most of the time we clean, we push it to the corners. Like that, the body pushes the dirt into the cells. The cells begin to accumulate more and more waste material. That is called as a ergastic material. In biologically, ergastic material. So life is directly dependent on how much ergastic material is present in the cells. If there is a maximum ergastic material present in the cell fails to function. That is called as a old age. Old age, in other terms, we can define as amount of waste material accumulated in the cell. As I told you in the beginning, the child is very soft. We like to touch the child because of the cell in the body of the child are fresh and more water and less organic material and least ergastic material. And when we grow older and older, because we enter into the struggle of the life, more ergastic materials are produced, either as a necessity or as a invited problems. If you study carefully our life process, we invite so many problems. For example, stress, strain that comes to us. We need, our necessities are very few and small. We can live very well, but we have increased our necessities. The necessities, we have to work hard. Maintain the necessities, we have to work hard. To increase the necessities, we have to work hard. And when we work hard, we invite the stress and strain. And that leads to the production of ergastic material. The cells become loaded with the ergastic material. The normal functioning becomes difficult. One day, all the cells say, no, we can't work. And that we call as a multiple failure, and that leads to the death. Now, if this is the process of death, there are many other methods of explaining it. Cycles of the cell division. There are cells called as a fibroblast in the body. There are 7 cycles, division of the cells. When the 7 cycles are over, the individual or the organism dies. This is the another aspect of the life. But it is biologically proved that the death occurs by the slow and unknowingly happening degradation of the body, accumulation of the waste material, and decreasing the efficiency of the organs. Now, this library is good. I have selected 2 books from the 2 big racks. They are wonderful books. I would recommend that you go through these 2 books. If not, take the xerox of some copies. I have brought the numbers also. Secrets of the Maximum Lifespan and the Aging Well. I like this book so much. I came from Pune all the way and used to read these books here. And I wanted to share information with you. Leading to the end of the life is because of one hormone. Human growth hormone. It's given in the book. Human growth hormone. This is a body, a orchestra. And there are so many hormones, they come play a role from the birth to the death. But one of the important hormones is the human growth hormone, HGH. Now this hormone plays a role in maintaining a system or a balance or a very fine tuning of the body. We know a scooter or motorcycle or a car. We go to the mechanic and say, get tuned. Means carburetor, accelerator, brake, engine, exhaust, everything. When they come in the right parameter, we call it is a tune. So body is to be tuned. This tuning takes place properly because of the hormones. When the hormones become disordered, this tuning is lost and the body runs in a haphazard manner and slowly it degrades. So if you want to live longer, we have to first maintain our nervous system. Because the control over the whole body is through the nervous system. And nervous system is a system consisting of trillions of cells which are produced once and never again. And every day we lose 10,000 cells. Every day. In one calendar day passes, 10,000 cells are lost. But very surprising fact is that when one cell is lost, its function is taken by the other cell. The cell becomes dual function. When that cell is lost, the neighboring cell accepts its original function, and those two functions becomes trifunctional. So like this, throughout the life, the cells become multifunctional. And though every day 10,000 cells, the volume of the brain becomes smaller, in fact. But we are called wiser and wiser as we grow old. It has never happened that he is 80-year-old person and uske dimag mein kuch bhi aise nahi hota. In fact, we respect and honor him for his wisdom. Where does the wisdom comes from? This wisdom comes because every individual cell becomes multifunctional. So we must maintain this nervous system in a good condition. And for that, we have to maintain the cardiovascular system in good condition. When the causes of the death is studied and given in the book, percentage-wise, maximum deaths occur because of the failure of the cardiovascular system. Heart attack is one of them. Cardiovascular system. We know from the brain to the toes, there is a network of the blood vessels. The length of the blood vessel is about 24,000 kilometers. Such a long length blood vessel is to be maintained. You see, the Mumbai municipality has its drainage system and water supply system. It has to maintain the pipe system, then only the supply will be proper. The length of the pipes is less than the length of our arteries and veins. And then the maintenance of this is depending on our lifestyle. So longevity or the aging depends on the lifestyle. Now, in the lifestyle, number one, it's all given in the book, is the dignity and pride we must live with. Dignity and pride we must live with. Matlab, if we have our image clear in our own mind, we have a clear picture of our personality, character, ability to deliver, then we stand erect and very conspicuously in the society. Then whatever we do, it has a quality. The way we speak is a quality because we have a image, our personal image. Whatever actions we do, it has a elegance and beauty because we have a image. So first, the pride we must build in ourselves. It has a relation with the aging well. If we have a pride in our life, in our personality, then everything we do has a grace or a elegance or a beauty or a order or a discipline. And because of this, the health is properly maintained. It has been found that heavily drinking, smoking and obese persons have less life. Those who drink more, those who smoke more, those who are overweight